Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Qabayan Radio 94.3.
Qabayan Radio 94.3. Loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Qabayan Radio 94.3.
We are online for you 24/7. The People's Radio Station, Qabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Qabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Qabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM. Good evening, mga kabayan. This is Ate Girl, RJ Andi of Qabayan Radio 94.3, and welcome to Usapang Qabayan episode tonight, Artificial Intelligence or AI, the Filipino Genius. And we are live now on our Facebook page, simulcasted on Qabayan Radio 94.3, and you can watch this on our official YouTube channel. Anyway, mga kabayan, a little bit of a background lang po before we introduce our guest for tonight. So, the recently concluded second Arab AI Olympiad in Jordan of the Arab Robotics and AI Association in collaboration with the STEAM Center. The event featured 5 competitions in programming, mathematics, computer vision, cybersecurity, and embedded systems. And over 150 students po, mga kabayan, from Jordan, Palestine, Kuwait, and of course Qatar, Libya, Yemen, and Egypt, representing 20 schools and 13 universities participated. So 3 students, mga kabayan, from Qatar University stood out and were awarded talent scholarships. And one of them, nakaka-proud lang talaga, is a Filipino student who achieved top positions in multiple categories. First place in the programming course and second position in the embedded systems course. And right here with us tonight, masasabi kong the man of the hour. We have Marcus Wayne Ismilier Monteiro. Good evening!
Good evening po.
Kumusta ka?
Mabuti naman.
So nakapag-usap na kami kanina lang para naman casual interview. So tanungin muna kita, ilang taon ka nga?
19 po.
19 years old.
19 years old.
Tapos ganito na yung achievements niya. Well, anyway, congratulations on your incredible achievement, Marcus, and as the winner of the Artificial Intelligence Olympiad. Can you tell us about the journey that led you to this remarkable accomplishment? What inspired and perhaps motivated you along the way?
Actually, as a talent scholarship student po of Qatar University, we were tasked to present our talents in multiple different levels and competitions around Qatar and around the Arab region and also around the world. So it was tasked for us talaga po na mag-push na sumali sa mga ganitong competitions representing the university. And to our surprise po, after po nung school year namin na matapos, nung first semester ko po pala, may lumapit po sa amin na nag-invite sa amin dun sa mismong event and sinend po sa amin yung details. And yung teammate ko po na si Galal, and ano po siya, he's Yemeni, and sinabi niya po sa amin, dalawa ng kami, ako tsaka si Faisal, na sumali po dun sa ganong event kasi it was a big opportunity for us to join po. And fortunately, we pushed through. Ayun po.
Alright. Were you convinced the first time na talagang sinabi sa inyo to join?
Actually, dalawang isip po talaga ako kasi the whole page po was in Arabic. And I had no idea po how to translate and work my way into it.
So perhaps it's one of the challenges,
It is
the language.
Actually, one of the biggest challenges.
One of the biggest challenges. Well, that's incredible, Marcus, no? Talagang napili mo to really just get into the game at subukan kung ano kayang mangyayari. And your dedication and of course enthusiasm naman din ay it's truly commendable. Now, let's talk about the Artificial Intelligence Olympiad. Now, could you provide our listeners, our viewers, with more information about the competition and what were some, again, of the challenges that you faced during the events?
So, the Olympiad actually is a course. It was a course around 8 weeks and tinuturuan po nila yung mga students na nag-enroll doon for 5 different courses and I entered embedded systems and programming. And throughout the course of those 8 weeks, may videos po sila na sinesend sa amin and may live sessions po na nandun. And I just went through with it in accordance to my studies din po. Like, pinagsasabay ko po sila. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges po kasi.
Grabe. So, parang ano yung rest time mo if pinagsasabay mo na to? So were you able to like manage, me time, family time?
Surprisingly po, na-manage ko naman po. I still had time for my friends po to go out with them and stuff.
But you would be very honest to tell our listeners that it was somehow
not an
bothering
easy
you and it was...
time po.
Yeah, I would definitely understand. And kumusta naman yung yung support ng parents mo or yung relatives mo about it when you break the ice on them that hey, I'm going to join this competition. So what was their reaction?
They always knew me as an aspiring achiever. So I think hindi na po siguro sila nagulat if like narinig nila na sasali po akong competition, but they're very supportive po kasi sometimes makikita po nila ako sa gabi tapos may order naman po na kape tapos
order na kape.
Sabay.
Kape is life. Alright, so yung competition naman, so ano nga ba yung requirement or meron ba silang tinatawag nating mechanics on how you can really be on that competition? Like, may tanggalan ba na nangyayari or were you guys registered and that's it?
It was registered and that's it po. So I think ang pinagbasihan po nila is for all of us to have a chance to compete at the end. And we did po.
Well, it's definitely a demanding competition, that's for sure. And how did you manage to overcome those challenges and emerge as the winner? Kasi ang dami nagtatanong, paano a 19-year-old boy, a Filipino student, you have a lot on your plate. I mean, how did you emerge as a winner? What was your parang words of encouragement para sa sarili mo? Ano yung mga ginagawa mo?
I think lagi ko pong sinasabi na para sa parents ko and para na din po sa sarili ko kasi aminin ko po na medyo ma-pride po ako sa sarili ko and gusto ko pong ma-achieve yung siguro mataas siguro.
You know what, being prideful sometimes, it's okay because you better yourself to become the best. 'Di ba sabi mo pa nga kanina off air na parang your competitor is
myself.
Yeah, totoo yan. So now, well, your dedication, Marcus, and hard work and of course teamwork mo na din sa mga kasama mo are evident on your outstanding achievement kasi nga nakita natin yung resulta. Now, let's move on to another remarkable moment in your journey. You were recently featured and interviewed on an Arabic channel dito sa Qatar. So, which is a very once in a lifetime opportunity for a Filipino na ma-feature sa ganoong prestigious na channel. So how does it feel?
I feel very honored po to be a Filipino in that, establishment. Kasi I don't think na it's a usual experience po for a student like me para ma-invite po sa mga ganong events. So I just took the opportunity na lang po to on it. And yes.
And di ba may nasabi ka kanina, very first challenge mo is yung language. So, how was it? Yung pag-interview sa'yo, was it English?
It was all in Arabic po.
So, how did you manage that?
I had an earpiece po dito and actually medyo stressful po kasi yung nag-interview po sa akin is they're speaking to me in Arabic and yung facial expressions po nila and like I just proceeded to
just nod.
Yes. like pretend like I'm understanding them. But yung earpiece lang po talaga and medyo delayed po yung response ko dahil dun. But fortunately, I still managed.
Okay, and the three of you, yung in-interview, si Faisal.
Ako lang po. Yes po. And yung talent advisor po namin.
Okay.
Kasi po yung dalaw po na teammates ko are in Yemen right now. They're in vacation.
So I'm just kind of interested and serious on that note, no? Before anything of this happened, we were talking about it na parang, was this your first talaga na gustong course, like the computer science? But you mentioned na hindi pala.
Hindi po.
So can you let our listeners know about it? Na bakit nga ba napunta si Marcos sa computer science?
Nung grade 11 and 12 po, I was actually all over the place. And in junior high, actually for the whole 4 years po na yun, iniisip ko po talagang maging architect.
Okay.
So grade 11, pandemic po, wala po kami masyadong ginagawa. And medyo tumungo po yung focus ko sa programming and coding. And I think na-enjoy ko naman po siya dahil dun sa mga mini competitions po na nangyayari po dun sa school namin. I had to make a application po for our science fair po.
This was online before?
It was face-to-face po.
Okay. All right. So this was during the pandemic?
Yes po.
Okay. So nasabi mo kanina na parang gusto mo sana mag-civil engineering.
Yes,
and then when you tried to register, mag-apply sa QU, they were able to put your interest dito sa computer science.
Yes po.
And what made you decide na parang mag-yes ka to computer science?
Actually, nung grade 12 po ako, in my yearbook, it was stated there na sa ambition ko to be a civil engineer.
Yeah.
And then when I entered Qatar University and I applied to different other universities, civil engineer po talaga yung nakalagay doon. And when I entered Qatar University, the talent committee po, they convinced me to join the computer engineering, computer science department because they believed na yung talents ko po doon is a big thing po para na din po sa akin. And I actually believe them naman po kasi I remember having these experiences po during high school na when I was programming, I felt really compelled and driven po to make the best out of it.
Alright, so parang nafe-feel ko nung sinabi mong high school, naging competitive ka ba nung high school? Kasi as what I've learned from your mom, you graduated valedictorian here in Qatar.
Yes.
What school was that?
Philippine International School.
Philippine,
Qatar po.
for
And
sure, may mga
shout-
taga Philippine
shout out po
International
sa inyo.
School.
Alam ko
Okay.
po may mga nanonood po.
Yeah, so parang makikita mo yung bata no na parang at a very young age, ito na yung gusto mo sa buhay. So, at the time when you graduated high school, you already have this line up of the things that you want to become, or was it like dun na lang palang a spur of the moment, okay, I want to become a civil engineer, and then were you kind of hesitant nung binigay sa'yo yung suggestion na okay, mag computer science ka na?
Nung binigay po sa akin yung suggestion, I had to think 50-50 po. Kasi aspiring, yun po talaga yung gusto ko noon at that time. Pero hindi naman po ako nagbingi-bingihan dun sa mga sinabi nila. Kasi I think those are true naman po. And yung binigay po nila na opportunity sa akin, I think it was worth it. Kasi
Yeah,
I think
of course, no?
if nag-proceed po ako dun sa civil engineer, I don't think I'd be here right now po.
Of course, hindi kita ma-interview ngayon.
Opo.
Or siguro ma-interview kita, but
In a different
aspect siguro. But still, nakikita ko ngayon you're still gonna excel in different industry kung ano man yung mapipili mo. Right? So, anyway mga kabayan, there's gonna be a lot of things, conversations pa na pwede nating pag-usapan mamaya. Kasi tapos na tayo more of, like the basic things lang. Mamaya, sa pagbabalik natin, pag-uusapan naman natin yung mga cultural challenges niya and papaano nga ba niya na-overcome yung competition na imaginein mo, 150 students, 20 universities, right? So, sa pagbabalik po ng Usapang Qabayan episode tonight.
Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan!
proud.
Mga kababayan.
Qabayan Radio 94.3.
The best music that you wanna hear. Morning, noon, and night.
Qabayan's Lulu Hypermarket's 10, 15, 20, and 30 Qatari Riyals is coming back on your favorite categories such as fresh foods, groceries, household items, selected electronics, home appliances, and clothes. This is sure to fit your budget, so shopping is always worth it.
That's right.
But there's more. For every 100 Qatari Riyals, you have a chance to win 1.5 gold or Lulu gift vouchers worth 100,000 Qatari Riyals.
So, what are you waiting for, Kabayans? Visit Lulu Hypermarket now. Lulu Hypermarket. So much more for so much less. 94.3 94.3 on your frequencies. Number one in your heart. Qabayan Radio 94.3.
We are online for you 24/7. The People's Radio Station, Qabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Qabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Qabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM. Once again, Usapang Qabayan episode tonight, mga kabayan, Artificial Intelligence with Marcus. And we're continuing our conversation with Marcus right here, the winner of the Artificial Intelligence Olympiad. And Marcus, let's delve into your unique academic journey as a Filipino student studying here in Qatar. So, balik tayo, what opportunities and yung mga challenges ba have you encountered and have shaped you as an individual and as a computer science student?
Before joining the university po, I was a student who always wanted to go on their comfort zone.
Oh.
And nagre-rely po ako dun sa mga friends ko na syempre po Filipino rin. And I felt safe with them. I felt comfortable. Pero when I entered the university, it was such a culture shock po.
Oh, yeah.
Yes po. Kasi almost you're gonna be sitting in a room with 50 people and you're the only one of your coming.
Yes.
You're the only Filipino.
Totoo yan. And syempre, how these challenges shaped you as an individual?
It shaped me to be an individual with an open mind po. And to be outgoing with others, especially sa mga tao na hindi naman natin inaakalang magiging kaklose natin. Pero to my surprise, actually, they were pretty approachable naman po. And they're very good people. And we shouldn't, think that dahil ibang lahi sila, hindi natin sila makakasalamuha.
Totoo yan. At sometimes, ito yung parang iniisip din nila na hindi ka din makakasalamuha kasi ibang lahi. But, at least, that's remarkable. I mean, your ability to adapt to different cultures, of course, kasi 50. So, iba't ibang attitude, iba't ibang lahi for sure. And you were able to adapt new environment, which is an asset, by the way. Kasi talagang nakuha mo yun. So, moving on, how do you believe your background and cultural heritage as a Filipino have influenced your approach to artificial intelligence and problem solving in general?
Yung background ko po, kasi nung bata ako, mahilig na po ako mag-solve ng puzzles and mag-play ng computer games that require, problem solving, Rubik's Cube and stuff like that po. Pero as a Filipino, we are very hardworking people.
I
and
agree.
We are very motivated to improve ourselves and to show our Filipino pride po, ganun. And to join such a competition wherein it's an Arab-based competition,
Yes,
everything's
that's the
in
thing.
Arabic, and you can't seem to understand the thing. But minsan mapapaisip ka na lang talaga na bakit hindi mo i-grab tong opportunity na to kasi Filipino ka, ikaw lang yung nandun and sa tingin mo naman na kaya mo, so why not?
Totoo yan. And kanina nga, syempre na pag-usapan natin, no, yung ginawa mo on how you deal with the challenges when it comes to translating Arab into English. Can you please let them know kung ano ba yung ginawa mo? Guys, kung alam nyo lang, okay, it's already a challenge na andyan ka sa competition, but added challenge nga yung parang nahihirapan ka mismong basahin, intindihin yung language na ginagamit. So how did you do that?
So they provided the courses po, diba? And in those courses, there were videos, there were PowerPoints, and there were live sessions, but they were all in Arabic. So what I did po was yung mga things po na nasa presentation, I used my camera and translated it po.
One by one?
One by one po yung sa mga slides.
But that's hard.
Yes po. Pero may naman po, may mga guides sa YouTube on how to do the certain things na nandun. So instead of relying on just one source of information, nag-branch out na lang po ako to try to learn it on my own.
At doon ko natatestify na talagang pagiging resourceful at resilient ng Pinoy sa lahat ng challenges binibigay. Talagang talagang ina-absorb natin, hinahanapan ng paraan.
Kailangan po.
Kailangan kasi. So, tatanungin kita, since it's Qatar University, it's one of the prestigious school, kung masasabi. Anong feeling mo na napabilang ka doon as a student? 'Di ba kasi hindi naman lahat talaga na nag-a-apply, nagpapa-qualify talagang nakapasok sa QU.
Yes po. I'm very lucky to say po na isa po akong student doon kasi they don't usually look at Filipinos sa university nila. Pero to be a Filipino student po sa university nila, it's a big thing po para sa akin. And I feel very fortunate po.
I agree. And do we have qualifications or parang kailangan requirements, prerequisites for you to get in sa Qatar University?
I don't think if hindi po ako nag-apply sa talent scholarship po nila, hindi po ako makakapasok doon. And marami pong requirements na kailangan doon. And I applied po kasi doon sa talent scholarship nila as a technology researcher. But yung requirements po nila, I had to pass some achievements of mine and prove to them na I actually did something.
And that you deserve the talent
Yes po.
scholarship?
And they interviewed me pa po.
Okay.
And then they picked out participants, and from all of those participants po na nag-join dun sa talent na technology, kami pong tatlo na nanalo dun.
Wow, diba?
Yung nakapasok
Imagine.
ko last year.
So how did it feel to have your accomplishment recognized in such a prestigious school and such a prominent platform like the AI Robotics Artificial Intelligence Olympiad?
It's a very motivating thing po for me to just keep on going to break through barriers.
I agree. So, participating in the Artificial Intelligence Olympiad must have provided you with valuable insights and lessons. So, can you share some of those with us? Kung ano nga ba yung mga lessons, mga insights na natutunan mo sa journey mo for that competition?
That one thing po is that if you really want something, you really have to work for it and you have to work hard. And if ever man may barriers po kayo ma-face, you just have to rely on your supporting cast, your family, your friends, your loved ones, essentially. But
Dito po sa studio may kinilig bigla kasi sinabi na your loved ones. Eto si Cody, no, mamaya papakilala kita. Anyway, so eto na nga. So yung journey mo, for sure there's gonna be a lot of insights and valuable lessons na nakakabit doon. But did the experience change your perspective on AI or your influence in your career aspirations? May nagbago ba? May nadagdag? May nawala?
marami pong dumagdag.
Like, can you tell us
Yes po.
kung ano nga ba yun?
I think one thing po is that yung act of practicing every day to program, ganun.
Oh, that's hard.
Kailangan po kasi. Kasi yung skill set nyo po as a programmer, you need to build it up. You have to learn new things every day. And I think kahit po nagtatrabaho na kayo in the field of AI, maraming bagong stuff na ina-add nila na sumisikat, and you have to learn it and you have to adapt.
That's
And I
right.
think yung adaptability na po na yun, yung as I previously mentioned na nag-adapt ako dahil dun sa Arabic language and dun sa mga bago po natutunan ko. It's a big thing po na pwede kong ma-add sa arsenal ko dito sa aking future career.
Ayan. And since gusto kitang tanungin about it kanina pa lang. So, after your career, kung masasabi natin dito sa Qatar, are you planning on moving up to the next level? Like for example, study in abroad, or perhaps magtatrabaho ka sa abroad? Do you have targets already?
I think I want to magtrabaho po muna dito for like maybe 1 or 2 years, and then move on to other universities in other countries, maybe specifically US or Canada or the UK.
Wow.
To pursue my master's po.
Wow. So you want to study more?
Yes po.
And then afterwards, anong plano?
Maybe let's see where it takes from that po.
All
If ever
right.
magustuhan ko po mag-PhD or work.
All right, for sure. You're really gonna bring out all of those things na talagang natutunan mo while you're here in Qatar, and of course, these achievements at a very young age ay nakuha mo. So, looking ahead, Marcus, what are your future goals and aspirations in the field of artificial intelligence? Are there any specific areas or challenges that you hope to tackle in your career?
I want to build something po that's very beneficial in the field of engineering po talaga. Maybe something technologically that can break through industries, something like that po.
Are you the type of person na parang, especially kapag ikaw lang yung mag-isa, parang you're formulating things sa head mo, and then ito yung gusto ko, ito yung gusto ko?
Yes po, I'm a visionary po.
Yeah. And do you have like certain projects na parang you're trying to parang you're trying to do something now?
Before dun po sa AI competition, may sinalihan po ang isang contest about AI din po. And we were tasked to present a business idea in the field of AI.
Okay.
And ako po at saka yung teammate ko na si Dami, kaklase ko po. We joined that competition, and we presented a predictive maintenance tool po for gas turbines, and it uses AI, and we pitched it po sa big businessmen.
Okay.
And fortunately, we won
Dito
third
sa
place po,
Qatar.
dito po sa Qatar.
Okay. And nagmaterialize.
Yes po.
Wow.
Ay, titignan pa lang po natin. Pero
But would it possible na
Nag-start
parang
pa po ako ng
you can
prototype.
spill the bean a little bit kung ano nga ba yun? What's the project all about?
Yes po. It's for gas turbines po in the oil industry. And if using AI po, we would predict when maintenance would be needed. If like yung part po ng machine na to is malapit na po sa failure, and it would save people a ton of money and companies
Right. Okay.
just because of maintaining it like a bit earlier than what you should.
All right. So, if you can describe AI in one word, what would it be?
Endless.
Endless. All right. And of course, mga kabayan, since endless ang sinabi ni Marcos dito, of course, endless din ang ating mga aspirants when it comes to
Yes.
technology, right? So, I do see that a lot of our commenters right here are young people. So, what can you share to them? Especially sa mga taong nag-aspire to be on this field, to fulfill more on their career.
As a student po na recently lang napasok sa ganitong industry, masasabi ko po na super overwhelming po yung experience. Lalo na sobrang daming fields na kailangan mong itakal. And
Yes.
kailangan talaga mag-start ka muna dun sa very basics.
Okay.
And work your way up into what you want.
So basically, there's no shortcut.
There's no shortcut.
There's no
You have
shortcut.
to learn like parang
Baby
pa-triangle,
steps.
baby
Ganyan.
steps.
Okay.
You start at the very beginning and then work your way to, you know, expand your expertise.
Nakakatawa, no? Like, such a very young age. Parang you've got this enthusiasm within yourself and that you have these values already. So, paano naman sa mga taong, parang they just gave up already? Because they think na yung ginagawa nila for how many years, walang nangyayari. So, what can you share to them? What can you tell them about it?
I think no matter na ganun kabagal yung steps na tinetake mo, no matter how many times you fall, kailangan talagang babalik at babalik ka dyan. Kasi, you know, wala namang mawawala sa'yo. You just have to strive yourself to be better. And kung papalarin ka man, you have to take every opportunity that you can.
All right. Thank you so much, Marcus. Before we end this conversation, our Facebook Live, meron ka bang pwedeng i-shoutout dyan? Your family, your friends, at sabi nga ni Cody, your loved ones. All right, go ahead.
Shoutout po sa aking friends, aking family po, si Mami, si Daddy, si Hailey, kapatid ko, si Nanay, nandito po sa Qatar. And mga friends ko sa QU, galing sa PIS na kung saan man kayo, hello. And sa mga teachers ko po dun sa PIS,
Yes. Hello.
and it's very fortunate for me to be here po and to speak to you all and to my special someone.
Ito na hinihintay ni Cody. Anong pangalan?
Again po.
Gian. All right. Hi, Gian. All right. And that brings us to the end of the conversation with our incredible guest, mga kabayan. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you so much, Marcus. You did great. We have explored his unique experiences as a Filipino student here in Qatar and his approach to artificial intelligence, influenced by, of course, his cultural heritage, his future goals, and aspirations in the field of AI. So it has been a pleasure having
It's a pleasure
Marcus
to be here
as our guest, and thank you so much for your supportive parents at yung kapatid mo na talagang
Yes,
sinamahan ka ngayon. And to our listeners, mga kabayan, thank you for tuning in to this thought-provoking discussion, and we hope you found it very informative and engaging. Remember to stay curious, keep exploring, and embrace the potential of AI in shaping our future. And this has been your Ate Girl, RJ Andi of Qabayan Radio 94.3, your host, signing off. And stay tuned for more exciting content on Usapang Qabayan. Until next time, take care and keep learning. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
The current time is 7:06.
Qabayan Radio 94.3, loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Qabayan Radio 94.3.
We are online for you 24/7. The People's Radio Station, Qabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Qabayan Radio 94.3.